Hey, thank you for joining us tonight. So come on in the room. It is Tuesday night here in the big town.
Yes,
We
yes,
are here in the great state of Mississippi,
yes.
in the city of Starkville, 5 minutes from
Smart
Mississippi State
tickets.
University campus. Whether they're there or not, we're 5 minutes away.
The Bulldogs
A
when,
roof.
if they ever get back.
Right.
Good evening. How are you
Yes.
all doing?
Thank you for joining us. We
Yeah,
appreciate all of our family. Thank you guys for coming in. Let's introduce
thanks
ourselves,
for
honey.
joining us.
So I'm Pastor Michelle. This is my sweet husband, Pastor G.
Thank you, darling.
We're spiritual relationship counselors. We're veterans of the United States Air Force, your go-to couple for all things relationship. And we're here tonight. Hey, Miss Tanetta.
Yeah.
We're here tonight. We're talking to those of you that are in a marriage relationship. And we understand that everybody's not there yet. And those of you that are part of our sensational singles, you guys can come on in
Yeah,
and learn some things
that's
because
right.
you might have to end up.
Because we are working to prepare you.
Come on.
If that's where you want to be, we want to work to prepare you to get
Yes.
there.
Amen.
That's right. You'll have all of the tools.
When you get there.
That's right.
Amen. It's
Yeah.
nothing like getting trained well so that when the things come up, then you
That's
already
right.
know how to work it.
Because you know it's going to
Come on. I love it.
Stuff happens.
Amen.
And we want you to be prepared,
Prepared,
adequately
ready.
prepared.
Yes, by the best. Did I say the best? Yes, because
That's
we
right.
are your go-to couple for all things relationship, right? So tonight we want to talk just a little bit about some sexy flirting secrets, 6 of them to be exact. Yes, because honey, here's the issue is that some of us, because we have been married for so long, or some of us, we have attached this negative connotation towards
Yeah.
everything sex. We think because someone told us years ago that that's nasty, we even call it the nasty.
Yeah.
Some
That's
people
true.
call it the
Yeah,
nasty,
that's just
right? And so
you
when
can't call
God,
nothing God made.
come on,
Mhm.
nasty, what?
Yeah.
He said it was good. And if he says it
Yeah.
was good, I know it's been, I
Yeah.
know it's
One
good.
said a marriage bed is
It's undefiled,
undefiled.
right?
That's right.
So this is what we have to do. We have to learn better so we can do better. Am I right?
Hey,
Dr. Jennings, God bless you, woman of God,
hey
joining from
there.
San Antonio.
And from Rolling Fork, Mississippi,
30 years
years
married, now divorced. I'm so sorry to hear that. However,
yeah,
if
if
that's
that's where
what you
you need
need,
to be,
yes,
that's right.
we
That's
want you
right.
to know we've dealt with it.
Mhm.
We've gone through the
30
issue.
years.
Yes. And
A
let's
long
see,
time.
Sister Tanya is in here. She says she's been married a year and 1 month. Is that
Wow,
today?
God bless you.
Go ahead, girlfriend.
I desire to marry. Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Because marriage is a good thing,
It is.
you know. But if you find yourself unequally yoked, someone
Okay.
who's not trying to go where you
Where you are.
there's some people who once they get married, I don't want to go any further. I don't
What?
want to do anything. I don't want to do any work. And that's a
Yes.
sad place to
And
find yourself.
it really is. And listen, we know about this type of stuff firsthand. Some
We do.
people
We've been there.
don't really like to listen to us because they're like, well, they've been divorced. What are they talking about? They
Yeah.
can't teach me nothing.
Mhm.
But one thing that my husband says is that it is better to be a good example as opposed to a horrible warning. Right. And there's some things that you learn as you grow, as you go through some things in this life that is going to show you how to do things better if you will take the lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. It certainly is. Oh, Lord bless you. Bless you.
And she has a doctorate of divinity.
Yes.
And that's certainly something really a lot of men, they're
have a
so
hard
threatened
time.
by powerful women,
Yep.
And
I don't know what the
man,
problem
you
is.
got to figure out who you are.
Come
You
on, tell the
And
people.
if you can't, wow, it's a sorry frog.
They can't praise
My
its own
wife
kind.
does well. She makes more
My
money.
God.
Man, I want to see her achieve
You would
and do
think.
well. That's
But
right.
see, sometimes who we
Mhm.
are becomes a threat to the person that we supposedly
That's
are in
right.
relationship with.
Mhm.
And so that's why when we are talking to our sensational singles, we want you all to be whole and complete and realize that you are the
That's
total
right.
package,
Come on.
that there is nothing that compares to you, okay? That you got this thing going on and God is a part
Come
of your
on.
life
Come
and
on.
he is with you, right? And that's whether you're male or female. But listen, when you do decide, because what we say here is that a husband or a wife,
It's a nice-
not a necessity.
That's right.
Okay, you can do all the things that God called you all to do the way that he made you, the way that he brought you here. So what we're doing is we are going in here Tuesday through Thursday through 9:30 ish Central Standard Time, and we're giving you tools that's going to help you, whether it's before I do or after I do, because we want you all to win. We understand it's stressful going through a divorce, honey. Let me tell you something. You feel like you would rather, and y'all, y'all forgive me, but I'm just gonna have to tell y'all the truth. You feel like at some points during the divorce that you wish this person was just dead.
Yeah, it would be
Easier,
to
yeah,
accept
to deal with it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And depending upon where you are, it still causes us some unsettling. It's
Yeah.
stressful. All of the things that we go through in the process of grieving.
Because of all of the things that people are saying, people don't know what you're living in.
Exactly.
And they're saying things like, "You're going to divorce her?
Right.
You
Like
getting rid
what?
of her? You know how you're getting older. You can't be doing this again." Look, mind your business.
Mind your business.
If you can't be supportive,
Right.
sometimes you have to, if people are going through something, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah, that's right.
So be supportive.
Amen.
And if you can't be supportive, keep your mouth
Shut. Yes. If you're not in their chain of I don't want to say chain of command. I've been military so long. I guess
if they have not divulged to you
Right.
and said to you, advise me,
yes,
or direct me,
give me something to.
the best thing
Yeah.
you can do is wait for an invitation.
Exactly.
And even then, your 2 cents
Okay.
doesn't really mean a lot, because they're the ones who has to walk in those
Through
shoes.
it. Right.
They know the real truth about what's going on.
Amen.
And so we have, and you alluded to that, honey, is that we have been through divorce.
Mhm.
And it's not something that we've been married 13, we're working on 14 years, but we've been married probably most of our lives.
Yeah. Right.
Between the two of us,
True.
a great deal of our lives we've been married.
Yeah.
We haven't been married all that time
To each other. Yes.
And so, look, those of you who keep putting people in timeout and putting people in marriage jail because they've gone through
Right.
divorce,
My God.
get a life.
Yes, please.
Stop it.
Please,
Because you don't
ma'am.
know what people are going
Please,
through.
sir.
And there are people who say that, "Oh, you're in ministry. How are you going to tell anybody in ministry anything?" Well, look, ministers are not perfect.
Amen.
They're not
People
perfect. They're
just
people.
like you.
And they go through things and they get tired, they get sick and tired, they get fed up just like you. And if you can get fed up, quit expecting preachers to be perfect.
Amen.
When you are so imperfect.
That part. Come on now.
Get some business and do it. All right.
Hey,
I'm
Minister
sorry.
Barbara, how are you, darling? Love you so much. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast tonight. So, guys, if you are in here tonight and you haven't shared this broadcast, go ahead and share it and invite someone. Let them know that we are here. It is Tuesday night. We're here Tuesday through Thursday, and we're giving you tools to help you to get your relationships on and popping. We appreciate you guys so very much for being a part of Marriage Makes the Number 3.com. Want you to know that if indeed you are dealing with something and you need an encounter session, that's 15 minutes with Pastor G and myself. We do it just like we're doing it right here. We look at each other and we're able to just talk and go into a dialogue with each other. We can do that for you free for 15 minutes. It is our seed that we sow into you, because we believe that whenever you sow into something, that God then helps you to reap a harvest from that. And our marriage has been, and I'm not saying that everything has been perfect, because no marriage is perfect unless you married to Jesus. And even then, you gonna mess up. Right? Okay, you gonna be mad. You ain't gonna want it.
gone a lot.
Right. You're going to be mad because he cooking fish all the time. You're going to be mad because some of y'all are super religious and he made water into wine. So listen, find your place in God and know that he is there for you. Janetta says, I want to be whole before I marry again. Amen. Hey, Rona Glean official. God bless you. True Movement LLC has joined the building. Thank you so much. Tanya says that premarital counseling is a must. Yes, ma'am. It is indeed. And that's what we do. Yeah, because we found out the American Journal of Psychology says it pretty much that if you have premarital counseling, what happens with you is that you have at that 5-year mark a 30% more chance of your marriage continuing on and things to continue to flourish.
So it really says a lot about Dr. Jennings when she says 30 years.
Yes,
30 years is a long time to invest in someone and to invest in a relationship.
Amen.
Children, you a lot of times we don't really know who we are.
That's right.
Because we've raised children, we've spent all of this time helping to make someone else's career.
Exactly.
And now when it's time for us to enjoy the benefits,
now we
this person buys a Corvette and takes in Secretary Susie. Forgive me if your name is Susie.
Amen. Y'all know what we're talking about. Yeah. And so listen, when we're here, we want you to know that we have everything in place so that you can be successful in whatever state that you find yourself, whether you're a sensational single, we're good with that. But we don't want you to be miserable and married.
That's right.
Okay.
And listen, we believe,
Amen.
We believe in our heart of hearts that the Lord wants you to be happy in your relationship.
Yes, God.
Amen. Jesus loved the church and he gave himself for it. And even so, a man must have to be able to give for his wife. Wife needs to be able to give for the husband.
Right.
You have to be into each other that much.
That part.
But what's critical in that is that you both have a relationship with God.
Yes. It's critical. Every person needs one. And we find that those of us that are believers, that even we don't understand who we are.
That's true.
Amen. And so don't blame it on the church. Sometimes just because we are individual, because we all share humanity, there are things that we have to deal with. Some people are dealing with trauma, some with mental illness. There's all sorts of issues that we have that we're dealing with. And so please, ma'am, please, sir, be kind to one another. There's a lot going on in our world and individually.
Yeah. And here's the thing is that right now, because of the circumstances in our world, it's really test time for a lot of you. A lot of people, and I believe that, and we've said this here in our broadcast, that when the coronavirus, when this thing really lets up, the lawyers are going to be busy.
Yeah.
Because some people have found out during this time that, look, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I've taken all I can't take no more of you. Now, I mean, you worked every day. We both gone on separate ways. We worked every day, but now we've had to be alone.
With each other.
We've had this extra stress of having the children at home and having the grandchildren.
Homeschooling.
And so now,
working from home.
I need to find out who
I really am. Amen. Dr. Jennings says, since age 17, I'm learning how to function single at 50. And you are going to do it, lady. I feel that in my bones. You're going to do it. Rona says that I agree. Couples need premarital counseling. Amen. And then says love and romance ain't enough. Say that. We need to know, understand, and prepare. And to the men. Yes, God, that's what I'm talking about. Hey there, Ja. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming in. He said, what? Y'all ain't perfect. You so silly. I love you.
Never gonna say it.
Marta is in the building. Marta, the smarter virtual assistant. She says to hurry up and share with everybody you know and others so they can hear. Amen. Thank you so much, Marta.
Well, thank you for sharing this broadcast, we believe it's going to help some people. Somebody could benefit from this.
Yes.
Somebody needs an encouraging word. They're
Yes.
going through a divorce. Someone wants to be married but hasn't found the right person yet.
Yep.
They need this.
Amen.
And you can
You
be,
can be
an
the
agent
yes,
to
Lord,
help
to
share it
help
with
that.
them. So thank you for that. We often say Rona Glean official said love and romance, and you
Mm-hmm.
said that already. But romance and some love and romance, and you need some
Yeah,
finance, and you
okay.
need that understanding and that
I know
preparation.
that's right.
Preparation's
It's
critical.
key. It is. And so what we do here is we give you this information that we have to, on Tuesday through Thursday. We do this for free. Some of you need a little bit more. You need to go a little deeper. And so we do offer counseling services, mentorship services for those of you that are single.
Absolutely.
I have one of my mentees. She's asking now. She wants to know how to get herself prepared for when she wants to date. She don't want to date.
Not right
She
now,
don't want to date.
but she wants to
Right.
see, and that's the way we do things.
Yes.
But let me drop this on you. What happens is that for whatever years, we're daddy's little girl for say 11 years. We're daddy's little girl or mama's little girl. We're somebody's little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And we're growing up, and the daddy is thinking, well, I don't ever want her to get married. I don't want her to go through some of the stuff. I don't want to have to deal with these knuckleheads out here.
Right.
But she grows up. Once 12, she's almost out of the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then he or she goes on, and they may go to college for a couple of years. You can get them in college, and they go through college. Then all of a sudden they found somebody at 22 or 24, and we want to get married. And they get with this person who says, look, I don't need another man or another woman in my business. Why do we need some counseling? Why do we need counseling? Because, what you do affects other people, and they need to know that.
Yeah.
Counseling is not a value to them.
Yeah, this is true.
Even though it's in your value system, it's not in there. So you've had 22 years or 24 years of life living by yourself, kind of by your own rules, since you've been on your own. And now you're hooking up with somebody else, and you really don't know a lot about them. You don't really know if they snore. You know very little about them. You don't know their money, their ethics, or their money, their values toward money. Maybe they're paycheck to paycheck, and you're trying to save to have something. So you need to know them. You need to know more about them, and you need to be working together. And what we always say, and I like that, that even if you are going to be single, you need to know who you are.
Oh, yes.
So sometimes you need a mentor. There was a time when we lived in the same neighborhoods. We knew each other.
Oh, my goodness.
From day one.
That part.
And people would speak into your life. They would take you under their wings.
And they knew you.
True.
Now we're finding people on the internet that live in different countries, different states. And so we don't know their backgrounds. And so that's why we come, because there's some things that we need to know about other people as well as about ourselves.
True.
And so we have several things for you over there at Marriage Makes Three. Those things are going to help you open your eyes to some things. We did Dating 101, Dishing the Basics. Dateology is a free download that we have done so that you can go over, get that tonight, and be ready by the weekend, baby. All right. So tonight, you guys, want to ask that if you have not yet, that you share the broadcast, invite somebody, let the people know that we are here. And we are talking tonight about the 6 sexy flirting secrets. 6 sexy flirting secrets to great sex in your marriage.
Sexy
flirting
secrets.
Yes. Because some of us, y'all, we don't be doing nothing. We just expect. He says snoring is negotiable. It's not negotiable. Okay.
Hey, Monisa, welcome.
Hey, darling. Lord bless you. Thank you for joining.
Look, if you're new, we're glad to have you. Let us know where you're from if you get a moment. And we are, follow us. Follow. You can find us on YouTube, on IG. You can follow us on Facebook Live. You can follow here on Periscope TV. Follow us here, follow us there, follow us everywhere.
Okay. Amen. So listen, guys, I want to let you all know some statistics. Every 13 seconds in America, there's one
13.
divorce. Every 13 seconds. And so what do we need to do? We have to change our whole focus. We have to get back to the basics, do the things that we knew to do from before, and begin to do some of those things again. We understand that in a workaday world, whenever you're dealing with this and the children and the laundry and the clothes and washing dishes, all of
13 seconds.
13 seconds just passed. You see what I'm saying? One divorce every 13 seconds. When you calculate that out for a month or for a year, and I can imagine what the statistics are going to be after we come, to some hiatus of this. And so those are going to come out. We found that the rate of crime has gone down, but the rate of domestic violence has gone up, right? And so how do we get back to that loving feeling that we used to have? How do we reconnect our relationships? Those are the things that we're wanting to discuss tonight. And I know we're talking about flirting, and it is a part of who we are. If we're going to keep that flame burning, right? Do you want the flame to burn?
So you have to continue that even though you are married.
Yes. Or rekindle it. If you quit, it's time to start it back. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead through these 6 tonight. We want you all to hang out with us, and we have a special for you at the end of this broadcast. But come on in with us, right? Let me see you guys, the number 1 in the chat. We're going to talk about these 6 sexy flirting secrets to great sex in your marriage. Now, we're Christian pastors, so let's just go on and throw that out there right now. So when we're talking about sex, we're always talking to those that are married. However, we understand that everyone is not of our faith, but we want you to know that these things work across the board, no matter who you are, right? Or what situation that you have found yourself in, okay? Absolutely. So no condemnation here. We just want to give you this information so that your relationships can be successful, all right? Hey, Deidre, thank you for joining us tonight. How are you, Laura? All right. Number 1. What, honey? We want to say something? No. Okay, let me see those ones in the chat. Where y'all at? Y'all left us? Come on in and let me see those ones in the chat. I see 1 so far. We have to do the work, okay? So sexy secret flirting tip number 1 is this. We want you to find yourself a code phrase. All right. We have a couple that we love dearly that they say, have you checked the calendar lately? Okay. What does that mean? When we're saying things like this, do you need an oil? I think I might need an oil change. Okay. When we say a sexy flirting secret, when I say a phrase that's secret between the 2 of us, we're the only ones that know and understand what that means, okay? And what that does is it puts us in this little bubble together where we got this stuff that no one else knows about, but we know, and it's something just super naughty, I guess, about that when someone says, honey, we think you need an oil change. And you can say it out in public. You can say it in the grocery store. You can say it wherever you want, right? Am I right? Tanetta is laughing. You can say stuff like this wherever you want. No one knows what you're talking about, okay? Because it's a secret between. Y'all want to know what our secret phrase is? Do y'all want to know? Put a number 2 in the chat if you want to know. All right. So those secret code words, those secret phrases, those little things that we connect with each other and each other only, what happens is it has a tendency to draw us closer. It produces a desire in us for the other person. They may not even be thinking about that right now, but you just come in and you just hey, honey, did we change the tires yet? That a code. She's laughing. It is what it is. We gotta rotate some tires. Hey, good hair, good body. Thanks for joining us, lady. We appreciate you. So Miss Groovy One says, yeah, that means, honey, get ready for me to rock your world. Yes, ma'am. Right? So that is look, Miss Groovy, she's got 2s in the chat. Listen, didn't I say that it was secret between the two of you? Now, what I look like telling all of y'all what our secret phrase is. She said, you know we nosy. I already know. It's okay. Get your own secret phrase, okay? Whatever it might be, get you one, right? So, and so since you already put a number 2 there in the chat, we can go on, move to number 2. Is that all right?
Miss Groovy said, yeah, that means, honey, get ready for me to rock your world. She's laughing.
Rona says, got to get the creative juices flowing. Exactly. Deirdre has her hands in front of her eyes like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No, it's a secret between two people, y'all. It's like, let me tell you what a secret. He's so silly. When a woman, and for those of you that have had a baby before, okay, you get pregnant and the doctor tells you that, or your test, you peed on the little thing and it told you that you are pregnant. For some reason, you don't want to tell people that you're pregnant. I don't know about you guys, but I was like this. Man, if I tell people I'm pregnant, then they know when I was having sex. Okay, this is when I was really young. This is 30 years ago, right? If they know that I'm pregnant, then the only way to do that is to have sex. And I didn't want people to know that I was doing that. I was all married with a whole ring on it. But for some reason, I wanted to keep that secret between he and I because it was something that was so special. Sometimes you want to be able to marinate on that thing, just the two of you. It is something different, whether you're about to buy a house or you're launching a business, whatever it is. It's like just something between the two of you. And you want to keep it secret for as long as you possibly can. Okay?
It's quite interesting that when you say use certain phrases, guys kind of get stuck. It's still back there.
How you mean?
Because some of the guys are still thinking, peed on that thing. What does that mean? What does that mean? And they start to, so maybe that could be your little secret or something. I'm just saying, good hair, good bodies. Yeah.
What I deal with all the time, every day.
Peed on that little thing. Was it a test strip? What was that? You mean in
the see why you gotta flirt with your man? Because the attention span. Okay, the attention span can be so short, y'all. So you flirt with him to pull him back on the track.
That's
all right.
So
here is number 2. You all have sticky note. Oh, I got some right here. Y'all see this? Stop that. You get a sticky pad, okay? Get it in a certain color, whatever color your man, your husband, your significant other loves. And what you do is you write them little love notes. You just say, honey, I love you, baby, you are amazing. Whatever. This is a way that you can flirt with your mate. The pregnancy is your marital business. No one has to know. That's right, good hair, good body. Only problem is that after a few months, everybody gonna know it, right? Let's see. Deirdre says she cringes when I realize certain people had to have sex. I don't need mental. And amen. He ain't shy about what he wants from me, and that's great. Listen, when people are together and they're already there, that's amazing. Now you can teach others how to do this thing. But listen, when we are here, we understand that everybody isn't in the same place. Absolutely. When it comes to marriage. Some people really have no idea what they're doing or really what they're doing wrong. All right. Get a sticky note. Tell them, listen, I love you. Put it in places that they wouldn't expect to see it. It might be on the window of their car. In their windshield. Maybe you can make a special trip sometimes and write a little note and stick it somewhere that they weren't expecting to see it, right? And then they realize, like, oh my God.
One of those could be, let's take a ride. Let's take a drive. Let's just an impromptu. And the key is that you don't want to be a one-trick pony.
Okay.
You don't want to just have one refrain.
Right.
There are some people who are just kind of a little bit crass.
Yeah.
Give me some.
Well, I mean,
Or when are you going to? Now, depending on who you are, where you are in your relationship, that may work. What I'm saying is that should not be something that you
you go
use
to all
every
the
single
time.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
That was the point.
Miss Groovy says, "Hey, sexy." Yes, just something. It doesn't have to be long. It's just something that you are able to just say to the other person, and they see it, and they be like, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah.
Just let them blush a little bit.
Jeff said that's a great idea.
All right. My wife would really actually appreciate that. You see,
some people are
yeah, they like communication.
There you
And
go.
just something small like that just lets you know lets them know that you were thinking about them when you were either preparing their lunch or when you drove by and you saw their car parked up someplace. You know that they spent a few moments to just think about you. Amen. And it's amazing. Miss Groovy one says, "Yeah, I don't want to know mom and dad having," he says, "but I caught them both at separate times."
Wait. You called
They're not together.
Amen. Okay.
Kim says to start in the morning and by the bedtime she's ready. Yes, sometimes you can't wait until it's time to go to bed and then talking about, well, you gonna give me some or not. What? That's not sexy.
It's like going to the bank when you haven't made any deposits at all. Say
talking about you want to withdraw.
I need to make a withdrawal.
And you know, and the ATM is looking at you like, girl, bye. Boy, you better get out. You know you ain't got nothing in here.
We're keeping your card. They're not even getting it back because you stupid.
I know. Oh my God, yes. Back. She said, Deirdre says, "Give me some, eat me, want to taste, etc."
Just right. Get right in there. Now, listen. And what we're saying is that those are perfectly fine,
right?
Depending on who
your mate is, exactly.
But if your mate is a word person,
yes,
words of affirmation are important to her, are important to him, and you want to be a little bit more, have a little more finesse,
have some
creativity.
Yes, amen. Exactly, Brother Jeff is cracking up over here, you guys. Incredible. Y'all, let me see those number 3s in the chat. We're talking tonight about the six sexy flirting secrets of great sex. All right. Thank you, Kimmy Doll, for reminding me. I want you guys to know that we do have available to you all on our site. You all know that we wrote 2 books. Are y'all putting those 3s in the chat? Our first book together was this 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage, and this was an amazing book. This one it'll help you in 7 days, give you 7 different ways in order to get your relationship back on and popping. All right, so that's one of those things that you can find at marriagemakes3.com. Amen. Jeff says Denise got some fire movies. Some fire moves. Come on now.
All right. Thank you for those 3s on IG, man.
Amen. All right. So after we've gotten our secret code, after we've left some sticky notes in unexpected places, here's number 3. Have you all? I don't know. Some people don't like Chinese food, but you don't have to go to a Chinese restaurant to get cookies, right? You can order and you can make them. I have a recipe for them. It's too much work, but I do have the recipe. Now, when this is something, believe it or not, that I found out from the children. Something that people do. Okay. So here it is. You get a fortune cookie. You know how you open it and you read it, that you add in the back part of it in bed. Yep. Here, you got one too. Okay. So listen, it's a fortune cookie. Yes. Okay. Now we're not those, we're believers, and so we do not attain towards fortunes and things. This is just a fun little thing that we do. We do not take it. Yes, fortune cookies. We don't take it. This ain't the horoscope. We don't do all that. So you get your fortune cookie. You open it up. All right. What does the fortune cookie say? Mine says your sports team will be very successful this year. In bed. Okay. What? What is say, honey?
You could prosper in the field of education in bed.
You're gonna start charging money. No, I'm just playing. Do y'all see that?
Prosper in the field
Of
of
education
education
in
in
bed.
bed.
Sex ed,
Okay.
sex education. I don't know. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. All right. Thank you for putting those threes in the chat, you guys. I know that's right, Jeff. They're just talking amongst themselves. I love it.
It's got 29, 32, 36. Is that you?
Y'all, this one says, let's see, have you all ever done this? How about putting them in cupcakes? You can do that.
Mhm.
Yes, if you
Yeah.
figure out a way to get it in there without it, getting soggy or whatever. Yes, absolutely. However, that's what I'm saying. This is something simple. You don't even have to do anything. Just sit down and go through these and say, ooh, huh, okay, baby. What you got this time, honey?
Human invited language to satisfy the need to complain in bed. Okay.
What?
Human invited,
Invented. Human
invented,
invented
invented,
language to satisfy
satisfy
the
the
need
need
to
to complain.
complain in
Okay.
bed.
In bed. I guess it's human spit.
She
Yeah,
said
but
to
that
get
makes
some
sense.
coochie coupons.
Oh my.
What?
Uh, I
Hey.
want to ask her where did you get the.
Okay, mine says,
I know. Olive oil comes from olives. Baby oil. No, never mind. Coochie
I'm not finna play
coupons
with you. No,
come.
sir. Stop
Okay.
it. Stop it. You are a mess. Here's another one. Keep your eyes open on Thursday for a special opportunity in bed.
Thursday.
Oh, I might want to keep that one. That one right there. All right. So let me tell y'all something. It's just as simple as yes, they are fun, the coupons. Amen. And these are just some simple ways that sometimes we try to make things so complicated and it really doesn't have to. Some of you married someone right out the gate. You married the first person that you fell in love with, and you really don't understand some of the different subtle nuances in relationship. And these are just some things that you can do tonight, this week, as a matter of fact, that's going to get you to that place where they realize, they value me, they love me, they want me.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something about gentlemen, as you guys put those number fours, I guess, in the chat. For those of you that don't understand male psychology, I guess you would say it, sometimes they're not, some guys are just all over you all the time. Sometimes the reason why they are like that is because they have, and you can tell me if I'm right, okay? I'm just telling you from my reading, from my research, is that sometimes they are looking for validation. They are looking for, yes, she really does love me. She's not just here for the house, the car, the bank account, that there is something about me that this person, this woman that I married, this woman that I'm with really just wants me. That if I couldn't bring home bacon, if there was no house to put it in, if there was no car for you to drive, is me by myself enough? Okay. Okay. And so listen, I'm not saying that every time you flirt with them, it means that you have to end in sex. But when they know and they understand and realize that you love them the way that they are, that you love them no matter what, that you love them, and all the other stuff is just fluff, then they may not even want it. They still want it. Don't let me go on and put that out. They're gonna still want it, okay? However, it won't be so that every time you say something, every time you flirt with them, that you feel like, man, I can't even say nothing. He want me to drop my drawers. Okay. We need you to understand that is how there's something that a man releases when they are in the act of sex relations with their spouses. It's called vasopressin. It's a hormone. All right. And the vasopressin, what it does is it's almost like a knitting needle. Okay. And it weaves in and pulls together that husband and that wife relationship. And let me tell you something, that vasopressin, just like oxytocin in women, that feel good, euphoric thing, that's what vasopressin does in a man. And so you need to, ladies, you have a husband, find some ways to be creative with him, to let him know that you love him and that you appreciate him, what he does, not only with words, but give him some action. Amen. Let's see. Miss Groovy One says yes, no, maybe can be a yes for beginning for foreplay. Absolutely.
And guys, it's important for you to understand that your mate, your half, your better half, or your other half, is communication. You know, they are more communication about communication than we are. They love that to hear you that you're talking, that you're saying something of substance. You're talking about their future, a future with her.
Yes.
That means so much more to her than you can ever know.
Yeah.
And very often that's the way. If you don't feel like you're getting enough, or that you're being active enough in the sex department, then so often that is the key. You have to learn to take the time with her, get into her, have her tell you, even if you know how her day's been. I don't work her nerve. Well, tell me about your day in the middle of doing something, but take the time to relax her, asking how is her day. Do something, massage your feet, foot rub, back rub. There are a number of things that you can do. And if you can do those things without being sexual, now it may lead to that, but don't always have to let it lead to sex. Right? It don't mean that anything's wrong. It just but it will just make your relationship so much strong. Like you said, it's a process of sewing. You're bringing this thing together.
Absolutely.
You're bringing her closer to your heart.
Amen. And when we develop Sex Connect, this is what she was talking about. Yes, no, maybe. So Kimmy was telling you guys about this. This is a free download. You can get this tonight and start writing out what it is that you all really want. And it's simply some questions. And you just say yes or no, or maybe so. Yes means yes, I'm into it. Yes, let's try this. No means nope, don't even come near me with a 10-foot pole with that. And maybe so is one of those things that are like, I never really thought about that. Or maybe I thought about it. I didn't know what you thought about it. And what that does is it starts the dialogue, and you're starting to talk about your sexual relationship and communicating at the same time. Number one question. Hey, CJ, what is your opinion on ear, neck, eyelid licking and nibbling? Yes. Are you into it? No, don't mess with me with that. Or maybe so. That's something that I wouldn't mind trying out if that isn't been something we've done in the past. So this is an amazing offer for you. It's free. You can get it, download. We do sell this book in person, but for those of you that are online, we're sewing this into your life for free. Go over to marriagemakes3.com or to the bit link that's in the title, and that is going to take you right there. Okay. So number 4, excuse me. Number 4.
For those fours.
Here's number 4. All right. Number 4 is this. 6 sexy ways, 6 flirting tips. Number 4 way is to text each other. You all know that some people get those texts from exes, right? And you'll be like, what? Talking about some WYD. WYD, what I'm doing. Don't be texting me, asking me what I'm doing. But listen, if my spouse texts me WYD, and then I say nothing, why you want to know? Okay, you see how easily that started a dialogue. And for some of us that don't understand texties, I guess you would call it texties, WYD, what does that mean? Oh, you don't know? Meet me in the bedroom and I'll tell you what it means. Okay, or it means, what are you doing? Well, I'm not doing nothing. Why do you want to know? And this is just those little ways that you drop it in. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? You might text a little love note. You might text something like the words to a song, or man, I know what you did last night, or you know what I'm saying. Remember that movie that was called I know what you did last night or last summer, I think it was. She said, all my exes live in Texas. You are a mess. All right. So that was number 4. Number 5. Let me see those 5s in the chat and let's get on into here and do this. I want to eat one of these. Are they not good? So why WYDU? What you doing? Question mark. Yes. This is so unprofessional. I'm eating a fortune cookie. But you know what? It's all good. I love fortune cookies. They're amazing to me. So we are Pastor Michelle. This is Pastor G. We're spiritual relationship counselors. We're veterans of the United States Air Force.
Well, Arthur's, we're Air Force veterans, and we adult to couple for all things relationship.
Yes.
We appreciate you all joining us today. If this is your first time, make sure that you are following us here. We're here Tuesday through Thursday between 9:30 and 9:30-ish Central Standard Time.
Yes,
thanks for joining us, everybody. What do you want to do?
Josh says, why I want to do it.
What do you want to do? That's a good
response. Yes, Lord. Hey, Miss Shirley Baker, thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you all for putting those number 5s in the chat. Number 5 is this. I don't know about you guys, but when you end up going out, and sometimes even when you're at home, if you sit across from each other or next to each other, we do this all the time.
We're doing it now. We're doing this right now.
You cannot be telling the people.
You keep smiling, so they know something's going on. But my hands are up here. Just saying. See, I have 2 hands on, but we're still doing it.
We're still doing it. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So come on back, y'all. Come on back. I cannot with you. This is something that people have done for centuries. All you do is you're sitting at the table, you're eating a meal, you take off your shoe and you play footsies with the other person. And it's like, well, play footsies? Yes. And it doesn't have to be foot to foot. A blink, blink. Yeah. Tanetta is cracking up over here. It doesn't have to be foot to foot. I mean, there's calves down there. There's all sorts of stuff down there that you could, find your way under the table and no one has to know. And the thing about this type of flirting is that you can be there with a whole table full of other people and they don't know.
Now look. If you can't play poker,
you ain't got no poker face.
Do not.
You don't have a footsie face.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do have a footsie face and that's why you need a poker face.
Oh.
Okay. It is what it is. Good hair, good body's like, oh Lord. Yes. Be sure that there are those times that you can be connected without being quote unquote connected. Okay. So number 6, y'all, let me put them 6s in the chat. And while
look, while you put the 60s, I want to remind you, 6s, I want to remind you now, if you have werewolf feet, go get a pedicure.
Yeah, you don't want to be cutting them. You don't want to be injuring.
Don't want to mutilate somebody.
Right. Hey, Brittany, thank you for joining, lady. Okay. We don't want them. We don't want them to get hurt while you're playing footsies. But you all understand what we're saying, right? So number 6. Thank you for those 6s in the chat there. Y'all are amazing. Right before we get to this last one, though, I wanted to tell you guys about something. What was it? I know the thing that we have on sale is called Relationship Reconnect. And these 6 things are 6 different things that we can be doing when we are trying to reconnect.
That's true.
Because y'all, sometimes we're dealing with so many things emotionally that we forget that we married this person that still needs us. And so this reconnection is just like when something is messed up, you just kind of put it back together. Sometimes you know that your phone isn't charging and you have to check the connection. right?
That's true.
Every time I come in, y'all is cutting up. It is what it is. This is our life. We just love it, right? We're the mayors of Shenanigan City, which is our Facebook group. The Love Seat. She said, "Don't make me call 911 because you cut somebody with your thieves." Hey, it has happened. Y'all know we be dealing with stuff. And so what we did was we have this particular product. It's called Relationship Reconnect that we're going to tell you some more about as soon as we finish with number 6. Okay, so stay with us. All right. So here it is. This number 6, and I know y'all is going to trip, but please, ma'am, please, sir, just bear with us for a moment. Okay. I promise you that we're not insane. We're not crazy. We are right. Yes. But we do want you to know that there are things that we can do that nobody has to know that we do. Okay. So she said it's all good. Thank you. So number 6 is this, and thank y'all that put those 6s in the chat. Number 6 is something that people, okay, my husband said, don't go to jail. He said, and this is not something that you're going to just do in public unless you can do it in public without anybody seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. She said private matters. Amen. So one thing that you can do is flash. They said flash. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you take a picture and it just goes, right? The flash, the light goes on and it goes right off. See what I thought I seen? Yes, you did. If you're doing it right, yes, you did. I don't know if we understand completely, and especially as ladies, that your husband, your mate, that they could care less. Usually, there's some that yeah, but you know who you are. But for the most part, if you have a spouse that loves you and they know, see, that's why y'all still vibing with each other. She said flash, as in Gordon, or naked flashing. Not as in Gordon. Yes, amen. I mean, it's just a simple.
Maybe not completely naked, but
Just depends. You can. Yeah, she said, give him a taste. Yes.
Miss Groovy over here.
It's cutting up. It's really simple. I mean, husbands for the most part, men for the most part, it's like we as women, we're more conscious of what we look like. If we get a wrinkle, if we see a little cellulite, if we got that fupa, we're the ones that are concerned about it. For the most part, if your husband, your man loves you, they could care less. They just glad to get a peek. It's like, wait, what? Did she just what? Now, we just have to warn you. Okay, because we wouldn't be worth our salt if we didn't warn you. Sometimes when you're flashing, be sure that you know that you have time for in case something pops off. That's all we're saying. Because
dress for church. Dressed up to your neck for church.
You got your suck them up and pull them up on. She said, for the visual learners, come on. We need you to understand that this is something that it's flirtatious, it's spontaneous, and and if you've never done this before, they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
You are married.
Thank you.
You're married. Try not to be and someone probably says all the time that I'm a little bit puritanical. Yes. And I am, but
he can
but
be.
There's room in your relationship,
right,
for you to be flirtatious,
Amen.
For you to exercise these 6 things,
definitely,
and it's going to enhance your married relationship. What I want to point out very quickly is in the Bible, in Genesis, Adam and Eve were in the garden, and they weren't wearing any clothes. They
Not
were
a stitch.
perfectly naked.
Yep.
So so there's nothing wrong with between the two of you.
Yes.
Now, as long as the law don't come and folks don't stop by, I just thought I'd see what I could see.
No, no, no,
You
no, no,
know,
no,
as
no, no.
long as don't nobody get hurt
Right.
between
You
you two,
do?
that's
Yes.
perfectly a
Oh,
wonderful thing.
amen. Brittany,
And enjoy each other.
yeah.
Mhm.
Brittany says, I like this talk of intimacy. It's good.
Thank you,
Yes,
Brittany.
ma'am. Shirley says, just wear a
Yes.
coat and tell them you have nothing on underneath. That's going to be a quick meal.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord. Something pops up or pops off. It pops off or pops up.
Yeah, both of those
Yes.
work.
And so those are some
Mhm.
things. This movie says that most men are visual and don't mind a little peeky peek
That's so true.
a little peeky peek. That is hilarious. I
Yeah.
want to do that coat thing one day. I aspire. Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, you will find yourself like, wait a minute. And because there's that openness, this sounds like a Maxwell song. I don't know it, but
Mm.
it's very possible. These are just six ways. Just six.
And there's
And you didn't spend no money.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? And so it is simple, but we have to do the work in our relationships. And so that's why we went ahead. And we're going to show for those of you that are on Periscope and Facebook and YouTube, we just want to show you just really quickly this particular product that we have available to you. It is called Relationship Reconnect. And we've got it on sale because we want you all to win when it comes to your
yes,
marriage and your
yes.
relationship. And so over at marriagemakes3.com, you will see there it is called Sex Connect. Now, this is
Hmm.
free, okay? This is a free download. You go to the site, you go to that place called Freebies, and you will find that right there. It's called Sex Connect. Yes, no, maybe so. And this is going to help, it's going to bless you. We gave you one of the numbers earlier, number one. We just let you know. Number one, what is your opinion on ear, neck, eyelid, licking, and nibbling? That's available to you for free. You can get that tonight, absolutely free from us. We're sewing that into your life. Now, Sex Connect, no, that's that. Yeah, that's that. But we want to tell you about this other product that we have available to you all, and it is called, and it's on sale right now. It's called Relationship Reconnect. Okay.
Hmm.
Relationship Reconnect. This is one of those things. It comes as a kit. There's 4 digital videos that you're going to find, and we have 2 bonuses that goes along with it.
Hmm.
Okay, with it, and it'll bless you. Relationship Reconnect. It has all of the information in there that is going to help you to reconnect with your spouse. It has 4 videos, and also with it comes the first copy, a download of our first book, y'all. Our first book, 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage. This comes along
Hmm.
with it. And it also has, as another bonus, it is called the Reconnect Checklist. I was
Hmm.
like, yes, we need to put this in here. This is one of those things that's going to help to keep you on target, because a part of our problem is, and Instagram, if we drop you all, we will be right back. A problem that we end up having is that we're talking to each other and we're not knowing how to talk to one another.
Yes.
We talk at each other sometimes. Sometimes we're not really listening. And so here it is. This product, Relationship Reconnect, the checklist, it has what you need to say specifically. When you need to calm down, okay, what you say to your mate.
Hmm.
When you want to say you're sorry, it helps you to know exactly words what you want to say.
Hmm.
Your entire repertoire of books can be bachelorette party gifts for the first 7 years of marriage and beyond. Amen. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Hmm.
It has for you when you need to stop a discussion from escalating, because y'all know we
Hmm.
can go from 0 to 100 in 20
Yes.
seconds. What exactly do I say to de-escalate? And then if you want to reach a compromise on something, it also gives you word for word, verbatim, what you need to say. or you can say something along those lines. You take it and make it your own. But we want you all to have this. And so we put it on sale. It was $39.99. It is now $29.99. You're getting the 4 videos. You're getting this book downloaded. You're also getting the checklist and a workbook. The workbook is 12 pages. And let me tell you something, it's a pretty workbook. I love it. It's amazing. All right. So please, ma'am, please, sir, go on over, find it. It will bless you. It will help you. As I said, it's on sale right now for $29.99. You can go tonight and get it and download it. You can start watching the videos tonight, and it's going to help you. And we know that people are dealing with all sorts of stuff, and there's different ways that we can reconnect, because we don't want to be a part of that statistic. I know I don't. One divorce every 13 seconds in these United States. You don't want that to be you. And so, y'all, just let us know tonight. Has anything that we said tonight has helped you, has gotten you to the place where you're like, you know what, I'm going to try that. Let me see you say something in the chat so that we'll know if this is helping you guys, because we don't want to just be here wasting time.
Yes.
All right. We don't want to.
Thank you.
Okay, are we back? Can you hear us now? We don't want to be on here just wasting time. We want you all to have what you need and be able to go forward in what is necessary for you.
Fully benefit
Yes.
from the
Okay, thank you, Ms. Groovy. Thank you. So what are you getting? You're getting the 4 videos. You're getting the 12-page workbook. You are getting the checklist, the relationship reconnect checklist, some of the ground rules that you need to use when you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage and you don't know how to talk to one another. When you need to stop a discussion, what are you going to say? If you want to reach a compromise, what do you say? We have that available for you. And that is one of those free bonuses that's going to come along with your relationship reconnect. When you need to calm down, because y'all know because sometimes we can get very heated. Sometimes a person can say that one thing, they can say that one, because we know each other so well. Sometimes what we end up doing is we start pushing those buttons that we understand is going to trigger that other person, right? I need some of it. Yes, no, maybe so is the truth. Come on, go on and get it. This is free. Amen. Thank you. You are helping me. Thank you, Marta. Thank you, True Movement. Appreciate that, Marta. All right. So those are all available to you for $29.99 on sale from $39.99. It'll be also, you can go over and you can also find our book. This is the second book that we wrote. If that relationship reconnect does not fulfill your fantasy for right now, we need you to go and get this. This is called Erogenous Zones Exploring Marital Intimacy. And this is what we're calling the Intimacy Bible. All right. So find it. We'll probably read a little of this tomorrow night when we come in, so that you all get a little taste of what's inside of the Intimacy Bible.
Sure, you're here tomorrow night.
All right. So we appreciate you guys so very much for being a part of marriagemakesthenumber3.com. You can find us all over. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, all right? And listen, if you know someone that needs our services, you know someone that can benefit from this, you might want to get it to them and give it to them as a gift, because I'm telling you, until we begin to do the work of our relationships, we are not going to find the successes that we need. Absolutely. So thank you so very much for being a part of Marriage Makes 3. I'm Pastor Michelle. This is Pastor G. We're spiritual relationship counselors. We are veterans of the United States Air Force, and your go-to couple for all things
relationship.
And you know what we always say here is that
God loves you.
Yes, he does.
And
we love you.
And anything you can do about it
up in here. All right. We appreciate you guys so very much. And we'll see you right here in the atmosphere tomorrow night. The Lord bless you and keep you. Let his face shine upon you and give you his peace. Love you so much.
Have a great night.